Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, the more things change, the more they remain the same. You always have to watch out for the enemy within. You have to watch out for the snake that you allowed in your bosom, because no matter how much it tries to convince you that it's still a snake. So I'm going to refresh your memory of the snake story. There are several snake stories, but I'm going to tell the one about the farmer and the snake. One bitter winter day, a farmer finds a snake lying frozen in the snow. Moved by compassion, the farmer picks the snake up and places it inside his coat to warm it. As the snake thaws, it regains its strength and promptly bites the farmer. The wound is fatal. When the farmer inquires of the snake, "Why did you bite me?" the snake replied, "You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in." That's the moral of the story. When you take in a snake, you have to know what a snake is capable of doing, which is to bite you. Now, I'm going to show you a video and I'm going to see if you can make the connection between the snake story and this video.
You know why I don't really embrace the stereotype Black American culture? Because Black American culture is just white American, European, post-colonized culture. We celebrate the same holidays as them in our culture. We eat the same foods as them in our culture. We have the same practices in our cultures as them. It's not really Black American culture. We have not separated ourselves from the toxic European American culture that was forced upon us. We have not separated ourselves. We can't separate as far as the church. We can't separate as far as the holidays. We can't separate as far as the foods and things. There are certain foods that we shouldn't be eating as Black Americans. We shouldn't be celebrating these holidays that are not from our cultures, that have really no cultural significance or importance or morals or values back behind them, and it's nothing but capitalism. I get that many of the things that we have is, but a lot of it is not. A lot of it is not. A lot of it is still very toxic culture, toxic traditions. And we just accepted it because we didn't have, a lot of our stuff was taken from us. So we created stuff, but the things that we created was created out of a very oppressive, gluttonous, greedy culture, which was white American culture. It's too closely related to white American culture for me. Black American culture is still trying to have a white Santa Claus, or trying to say, let's put him black, but you still. Why are you spending all your money on the end at the end of the month, knowing that tax season is right around the corner, but you got to celebrate it because white Americans told you that you need to be buying the gifts and celebrating with your family and eat with your family and commencing with your family when they tell you to, when they decided they wanted to do it. And we as Black Americans just followed suit and then tried to slap and say, this is our culture. If we can uproot the remaining that we had from ours and take it out of white American culture, European American culture, then I'll be with it, which is what I've been trying to do. Okay? There shouldn't be none of us still celebrating the 4th of July. It should have just been Juneteenth. We shouldn't even have had a Christmas. We should have a winter solstice with things literally from our culture. Even the one that we created here. You know what I'm saying? We have too many close ties still to their toxicity, their capitalism, their patriarchy. Black culture shouldn't have no patriarchy involved in it. It should be a matriarchy in tradition and culture. Black culture shouldn't have none of that. So until we can strip ourselves, unindoctrinate ourselves, remove ourselves, separate ourselves from white European American culture, which is what we need to do. We've intertwined. It's still too intertwined. It's still there. There's not that much difference for me, which is why Black American culture is still very toxic.
This was just cringy for me. I do not believe for 1 minute that this is a Black American, foundational Black American. I do not. She's all dressed up trying to make herself look like a foundational Black American, but she is the one that's indoctrinated. If she really believes the things that she said, then she doesn't know a damn thing about Black American culture. She really doesn't. She is somebody who has brought her ass in and pretended to assimilate, but this is an attack on Black American culture. This is what she just did. She does not know the history of the slave quarters. She clearly doesn't know what Juneteenth is about. She doesn't know what the Black National Anthem is about. She doesn't know what Black History Month is about. She is negating everything to do with who we are as a people. And this is what sent up the red flag for me when she started talking about cultures. See, this is like an African person. I would say, and I don't know, and I stand corrected if I'm wrong, but this sounds like an African person talking down on Black American culture, telling us that we don't have culture, but pretending to be a Black American. Now, that's what this sounds like to me because they say we don't have culture. So she's coming from another angle. Our culture is toxic. Our culture is based on European. It's more like the other way around. Our music system did not come from the Europeans. It did not. The way we cook did not come from the Europeans. The way we worship did not come from, it may have started out that they were going to the church with the white people, but the white people kicked them out. So they created their own system of worship, their own manner of worship. One thing that I wish these Africans would get through their heads is that we don't want their culture. We don't want your culture. We don't care about your language. We don't care about your tribes. We don't care what you think. You come from backstabbing, begging, and fleeing cultures. We don't want that. That is not who we are. And I don't speak for every Black American, but I do speak for a lot of them. Well, let's put it like this. A lot of them agree with me. So she has no idea what she's talking about. And she's speaking with great authority, trying to look like a Black American. Now, that's what I'm claiming for her. She's probably a first generation African, an anchor baby. That's what I'm giving. I'm getting real anchor baby vibes here. She speaks like us. She's dressed like us. Notice she got that rag on her head, so you can't really see what she looks like. And so this is a pretentious person. This person, to me, this is pretending to be a Black American. And I will say this in closing. If she is a Black American talking like this, she's a disgrace to our culture and to our ancestors. She is not somebody to be proud of. I know she thinks that she said something. I know she thinks she really cooked, as they say, with this one, but she really didn't. She really flopped. This is an embarrassment. I do believe that this is an imposter. She had some things that she wants to get off her chest. She wants to reiterate that she doesn't believe that we have culture, that our culture is based in European Americans. White people don't even believe that. But that's another way of trying to diminish who we are and try to make us feel like we need to connect to Africa and do some African stuff in order to have culture. For the thousandth time and counting, we are not Africans. When those slave ships hit the international waters of the Atlantic Ocean, our ties with Africa were severed. We have accepted that. Now you need to accept it too. We are not Africans. We are not trying to create an African culture. We're going to hold on to what we have, and you hold on to what you have. I think she really thought she scored with this one. One thing about the Africans, they think they can outsmart everybody. They think like white people in that regard. They think they're so smart that they can outsmart you. I'm going to come on here and pretend that I'm a black American, and then I'm going to tell them that they don't have culture, because that's what this was all about. It was a failure, my dear. We see you. At least I do. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is a black American, or do you think this is an imposter? Let me know and have a good day.